Hello and welcome to game number 2 of Mouz versus No Tide Hunter. This is going to be a match in the losers bracket for the Ritmix Russian Dota 2 League. And oh wow, okay, I gotta remember that for the end because I forgot to play the commercial for the sponsor, as this is sponsored by Ritmix. So you know, commercials for Ritmix are needed. But before we do anything with drafts and stuff, here are the standings rather, or at least the brackets. This is the winners bracket, so you only see these teams where they lost, because the Mouz lost to Empire and No Tide Hunter lost to Virtus Pro. And we're gonna be seeing the losers bracket right now, where we see Mouz winning up against Rox KES. Even after the death win that Rox KES gave at the end of game number 3, they still played the end of that last match. And this is an official win, not a death win for Mouz. And they are now up fighting against the spot, for the spot in the losers bracket. Next round, who's going to be up against Liquid or Empire/Dignitas? Because Empire versus Dignitas, the game that you see here, is going to still be played in just a moment's time. Well, 18:30 CET time, so just a little while longer. As we are back inside the draft, we see that there's a Wisp, a Bad Rider, a Nyx, and a Coddle. This time I get it all right because it's all the same ones banned out. Meaning that the Phantom Lancer didn't get banned, still in the pool. I don't think we're going to be seeing No Tide Hunter picking up Mouz.
10 seconds
Not
remaining.
really too convinced, as No Tide Hunter actually picked up the Magnus first and therefore giving the lone Druid to Mouz and making sure that No Tide Hunter is not going to get their Bulldog Druid this time. As S4 is at least going to be getting his Magnus, so that's happy time for him. We're going to be seeing a Shadow Demon picked up by Mouz, the Shrek picked up by No Tide, and a Lifestealer instantly as well. So we have got ourselves a combination that we've seen so often with the open moves, followed up by the Split Earth, and of course also the Shrek and Magnus. If you have a good RP, Split Earth followed up by that one. AoE stun. Always great to have a follow-up stun on that one. So so far looking good for No Tide, looking good also for Mouz. I mean, Shadow Demon is a really solid support and is basically on the lane. I mean, he can set things up, he can save everybody that's there, basically, well, one at a time, I guess, with the disruption. Though the thing is, right now with Mouz, I mean, you can imagine, like, okay, he can save someone, that he can save his carry if the carry is gonna get initiated. But if there's a Shrek also on that lane, then, like, Shrek, Shadow Demon is of course a combination that normally gets picked up also together sometimes, because you get the Split Earth after the disruption, nice setup. And of course, if there's gonna be a save disruption, a save kind of disruption for Shadow Demon, Shrek can still follow up with that, the Split Earth, and that might actually be helping No Tide Hunter more than it will help Mouz in the end. So he has to be really careful with that. As we are in the next banning phase already with the Puck, the last pickup for Mouz. So Fada probably going to be taking that one on, as we have got more supports being banned out by No Tide Hunter. And this is all supports, like Lina's support that goes well together with the Shadow Demon, a Rubik that goes well together with anything basically. And Mouz there banning out Aki heroes, at least the Chen is going to be out of there. The Nature's Prophet as well, I mean the Lifestealer is of course on the side of No Tide Hunter, and Lifestealer with Nature's Prophet. I mean, we saw it from Mouz in the previous game, didn't really work out as intended, but the potential was still there with the Nyx bombs. And we might actually see a Storm Spirit getting banned out still, because we have seen Bulldog playing that Magnus before on the offlane, rather than having the Magnus played by S4. There. Caught up with all the draft that's already been done. Okay, so next ban for No Tide. If you look at Mouz lineup, they've got themselves potential off laner with a lone Druid, or safe laner maybe by himself at least. Doesn't really need anything. Shadow Demon a good support. They have a mid, so they need kind of either a carry, depending on if Black is going to be playing that lone Druid or not. A carry or a hero that goes well on an aggressive trial lane. Maybe even an Undying ban out wouldn't be too bad right now, because what we've seen from Mouz when they have Lone Druid a couple of times, if Lone Druid goes on the solo safe lane and then having an aggressive trial lane there, and of course Undying being one of the better aggressive trial lane heroes, might see one of those getting banned out. Though looking at the killing potential from No Tide Hunter, I mean, do you really want to go up against an aggressive trial lane with Shrek and Lifestealer already there? I mean, the killing potential for them is definitely there as well. We have them taking their time, and this time, of course, both teams were there on time for game number 2. Big surprise, as we don't have any bonus time being deducted from any team, as we saw in the first game that did happen. And it's going to be the Jakiro, so still support that works well together with the Shadow Demon.
Turn to ban.
The Ice Path no longer able to follow up on the disruption because Ice Path out of the pool. Mousesports, they know that no Tidehunter is still missing an offlaner, expecting S4 on that Magnus, so they ban out heroes that Bulldog likes to play. I mean, also the Nature's Prophet already, also one that Bulldogs like to play. And the Bounty Hunter out of there. We still have the Clockwork if no Tide wants to go for that one, as we've seen also Bulldog playing that one quite often lately. Depending on what they're going to be doing, because in theory Magnus is also possible on that offlane with the no Tide still missing then their mid laner, which could be a Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit against the puck though is not that ideal. I mean, that silence can really hurt you. And Aki, he got the Nidus Chin, but I think he'll settle for that Enchantress that gets picked up. So that's going to be a dual lane for no Tidehunter. Might actually be a semi-aggressive trial lane, but otherwise they're gonna be going for a faster push, as Alchemist still picked up by Mousesports, so that's gonna be their carry, as we've seen them liking that one a lot lately. We'll find out what they're actually gonna do. I mean, with their lanes, that is. Alchemist is not really an aggressive trial lane kind of hero, so we're probably gonna see a safe lane for them with the Shadow Demon and then Lone Druid on the hard lane, and maybe even still jungle hero picked up by Mousesports, considering they still have space for that. And of course, Shadow Demon Alchemist combination, you can charge up your stun while the disruption is going on. You guarantee yourself already a couple of extra seconds on that stun. And the time that it charges up, that is, those seconds, of course. And that's definitely worth something, as we have no Tide thinking about their last pickup. Gonna be revealing if that Magnus is gonna be going on the offlane or not. Now that they know that the Shadow Demon and the Alchemist are gonna be probably on the safe lane. I mean, the kill potential of those two is not that big.
10 seconds
depending
remaining.
on if they're gonna get another support picked up, of course.
5 seconds remaining.
It's gonna be the Gyrocopter, and that is then probably gonna be their mid, even though no guarantees just yet. No guarantees just yet. They still have a very open lineup. We know no Tidehunter as the team that is also getting supports that are normally not supports, as they were the first one to use the Gyrocopter as a support. I don't think that's going to be the case in this this time, but we'll find out. As Mousesports is going to be having their last pick. By the way, that was all the time that no Tidehunter still had left. They only had 1 second left into their bonus time.
10 seconds remaining.
And yeah, for people wondering, we do indeed have EGM not here, as Smugulik is standing in for him. And reason for that is, of course, I mean, we're having an afternoon match, basically. It is about 4 p.m. right now in Europe. And, you know, work, school, college. These players, they don't have Dota 2 as their full-time job, unfortunately. For us, I guess, in a way. But it is, yeah, you know, sometimes real-life stuff interferes. And you need to get stand-ins. Mouseport, last ban, last pick rather. Come on. Is it gonna be another support? I kind of think something like... That is so not what I was expecting. And that is gonna be a support Alchemist. And that is gonna be a Morphling in the game, and I haven't seen a Morphling in the game for ages. I like it though, I like it. But how is it gonna work out? That's the question. Is he gonna be able to outcarry no Tidehunter? As we have got S4 actually playing the Magnus, and it's gonna be then no Tidehunter having the Lifestealer on the offlane. I mentioned that at game number 1 that there was a possibility that teams would do that, as we have seen that a bit more often lately. But yeah, we're gonna see it again. We're gonna see it again. The reason though that I know that no Tidehunter has done that before is because they actually lost with it versus Virtus Pro. So curious to see if that's gonna be happening as well this time, or if he's gonna be having a bit more luck. So we're gonna have Koikfa playing the Lone Druid for Mousesports with Alex on the Alchemist. So Koikfa on the offlane, Alex as a support Alchemist. We're gonna have Fada on the puck, Pass playing the Shadow Demon, and then last but not least, hello Morphling. Hello, Morphling. Interesting, seeing how that's gonna go. Mousesports, Dire side. So Radiant side is gonna be no Tidehunter, where they have Bulldog playing the Lifestealer Aki on this Enchantress, with Smogulik standing in on the Leshrac. It is gonna be Loda that is playing the Lifestealer, and last but not least is S4, and he is gonna be playing the Magnus, checking if there's a level 1 Roche going on, but that's not the case. As Mousesports is once again just going through their respective lanes without really trying anything fancy before that minute 1. And yeah, Lifestealer, I mean, when we saw Bulldog going Lifestealer solo offlane on Monday, I think it was, or something like that, he died quite a lot. Now I have to say, he's up against a bit of a different lane than he was then. I mean, having a rage and all that stuff.
Invisibility.
Nice invis rune. Bulldog able to get some free experience. That will definitely help him out. But this is an interesting lineup. I'm really curious to see how this is gonna go. Kinda excited. But I'm also having my doubts. But you know, that's the thing about nice block Farah. That's the thing about these teams. They like to try different stuff. We've seen it before from Mouse Sports. We've seen it before from No Tidehunter, and yeah, it makes the game a bit more entertaining. I feel like, as we have got Bulldog almost having his almost having his invis running out. Sentry still goes down. So he's now visible again, so the sentry kind of a bit wasted. As a Smoogulak actually comes to help out Bulldog on the top lane. So it is the combination of Lifestealer Shrek, but it is gonna be on the top lane. With on the bottom lane, Quakefight getting some experience while Loda is here by himself on the bottom lane. So Loda and Quakefight both able to get their things going. I think that they won't be having any issues with getting that experience going for them, as we do have the creep wave being pulled back. So Loda being forced to attack by his tower. Rocket Barrage gonna do a lot of damage here. Actually, there's nothing more but the Rocket Barrage and Flat Cannon up on Loda though, and he won't be able to kill him off. The bear actually coming to help out. And of course the creep wave also able to help out in the meantime. The top lane is where I feel like we should be seeing most aggression. Either it's going to be Mouse Sports overextending, thinking, oh my god, it's a Lifestealer on the off lane and the Shrek, we can take those down. Or it's going to be No Tidehunter able to get an open wounds and the Split Earth up on Pass or up on Alex. And even though Alex is really not going to be that easy to take down. And that should be a kill, as we have got a rotation from Aki. Going to be going towards the jungle on the Dire side. So a semi-aggressive trial lane it is. I mean, I mentioned a semi-aggressive trial lane, but I wasn't really, yeah, you know, yeah. Oh.
I think not.
Wasn't really expecting an aggressive trial lane without Loda, basically. But Loda is going to be happily farming on the bottom lane, as we do have Black. He hasn't escaped, like, he has a waveform, so that's good for him. He's not going to be caught out that easily, though. If he gets the Split Earth on him, there's still going to be a lot of harassment coming up on him, depending on how much agility he actually has at that point, if he morphed something or not. As we've got the bear almost going down, Loda trying to give Quakefight a hard time. But he is gonna be okay. So he just summons himself a new bear. In the meantime, Farah on 13 for 3 in the mid lane up against S4, who is actually 11 for 0. So very even on this mid lane with a double damage room for the puck, meaning that S4 can't really do too much there while that double damage room is on. So he is in the small camp getting last hits there. So, you know, we see the last hits, and in a moment S4 gets 3 more, of course. But we can't really count that much into it anymore, because those, yeah, that small camp just means a lot less than the creeps that Farah is actually getting on the lane. And let's see if Mouse Sports is gonna get a death here, because you know, the whole thing about an aggressive trial lane should be to try and be aggressive and try and get kills and stuff. And No Tidehunter, they can't really find an opening, and we see also that Mouse Sports is making sure that the opening finding is gonna be a lot harder than it otherwise would have been. But it is yeah, there's No Tidehunter. That is, I mean, Bulldog is still getting farm. 12 for 4 for him, while Black is on 16 for 2 disruption. Gonna be up on the Smoogulak. We're gonna follow this, but a Smoogulak is actually gonna be the second hero to go down on the side of No Tidehunter, with the first one being S4. Farah getting himself a kill up on S4. First blood spilled in the mid lane. Action happening at the same times. Top lane and middle lane. And that is something that No Tidehunter, can they really afford that? I'm thinking no. But it really all comes down to Loda this time. We saw him farming on the Gyrocopter in the previous game as well. Was it Gyrocopter? Yes, it was. But he wasn't the only one doing really well for himself in the previous game. I mean, we had got Bulldog on his lone Druid. We've had S4 winning his mid lane as well. And right now Bulldog, I mean, he's farming a bit, but he's still not farming as much as Black is. He is not in his Druid. So, you know, that's also already a bit less there, as we have got more harassment being thrown out. Split Earth missing though. Not gonna be hitting anything anymore. And I mean the mid lane also, this time on my Fada, I said it in the previous game, and Fada said it in an interview that the matchup with S4 is for him the most interesting because it can go either way. So a very even matchup, in Fada's words that is. And this proves it. I mean there's gonna be a kill for Fada in the first couple of minutes already, with S4 in the previous game dominating Fada instead. So we're gonna see if Fada can keep the pressure on though, because that's something that of course he has to do. Because of Magnus, he gains his strength by being level 6, and he's not level 6 just yet. And maybe he can try to turn it around, though of course RPing on the puck might not be really that ideal unless you know that you can really take him down in the duration of that RP. Sentry ward goes down, countering the other sentry ward that actually just vanished. Open wounds up on Alex. Here comes Centaur Sun as well, trying to take him down, and they will be able to as the disruption actually had on Smogulik instead. Gonna be trying to go for Pass Edict, gonna be able to help out. It's gonna be the enchanters that get picked up. Hello Fada with the haste rune. Bulldog, run for your life right now please, as we have still got a Dream Coil up on Fada, but he doesn't really want to go for it. Couldn't really decide if he could actually get the kill, not with Smogulik still being so high on mana.
Thank you.
In the meantime, Loda on 25 for 4, with Koikfa being on 16 for 8. I mean, I guess we can compare Loda to Black still. 25 for 4 on Loda, with Black sitting on a 30 for 7. So Black still doing better, even though he's up against an aggressive trial, and impressive to say the least. And if we compare real life Stealer Bulldog, 18 for 4 up against Koikfa's hard lane Lone Druid, 18 for 8 there even. So in that case, I would give the favor towards Mousesports once again. Mid lane still doing the same thing as well, even though the last hits are slightly in favor of Magnus. But like I said, we can't really count that much anymore, because he did get a couple of those small camps, and they just give more last hits but less gold. So we can't really count him that for that anymore. But we do see him 200 gold behind the puck, but that's also because of the kills, obviously. As he's gonna go for an RP. Gonna be trying to go for it on Black, but there's gonna be a weed form away, so that's gonna be it for S4. Showing himself on the top lane. Gonna be buying a TP if he had the gold. He doesn't have the gold though, so he's forced to hang around here and waste his time, as we do have the Lone Druid going down the bottom lane. Entangle going off, Koikfa getting the kill, and it was actually Enchantress that came in to try and go for a kill. Couldn't do it though. Maybe he can still get the bear at least. That would be something, and he is indeed going for that. Aki doesn't have the net ready, or at least not fast enough. Can't do anything apart from just forcing Koikfa back, and that's the new bear. Oh, run for your life, Aki. One entangle might mean the end of you getting blocked by his own creeps. There is a nice and snare helping out, but it's not going to be getting any entangle, so that's going to be him being safe. Both Aki and Koikfa in that case. I mean, the TP from Loda there could have changed everything if he was there fast enough, but you know, he was dead. Can't really help that one. Got the gold graph, very even, only 300 gold different, and that says something, comparing that Mousesports is 3 kills ahead. And that's just because, I mean, yeah, the lanes are kind of won by Mousesports, but not by that much, not that convincing. The Bulldog still getting some far. Wait a second, Koikfa in some trouble, getting slowed down, getting chased down as well though, but is there gonna be enough? There's gonna be a TP in. And that's gonna be the end of it for Notai. They have to run for their lives right now, because here comes a Dream Coil. Cooldown coming down, still trying to help out. It's gonna be Aki that gets picked up first. Loda's gonna be taken down on the back end of things. It's Smogulik who tried to come in to help his team. He is gonna be paying for that one. 2 heroes already dead. Lone Druid being very low in life and not going down. Puck will go in there and will illusionary orb on Smogulik. The Split Earth is missing because the phase shift was in time. And it's gonna be a Shadow Demon Pass taking the last hit. 3 dead on the bottom lane. And Bulldog being left to his devices on the top lane. Still hasn't died. 24 for 8. I mean, not doing bad still, but if you look at the difference, it is, yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess we can compare him still to the Lone Druid, and in that sense he's doing good, but you know, there's two people doing really well on the side of Mousesports, with the Puck as well as the Morphling. And there's only one basically on par with that, which is S4 on his Magnus, who still has the RP to use, but hasn't really found an opening just yet. Just Mousesports having the good mobility on their team. As, well, I guess, you know, the RP targets, we're gonna see Loda getting picked off again. That's gonna be the bear getting the kill, Alex helping out. And Smogulik not in time to save his teammate once more, and this time not going in to die though. But yeah, Loda having a tough time there on that bottom lane. He's now going to be helped out also by Bulldog. Maybe Bulldog is going to be rotating though, just having Bulldog on the bottom lane and maybe trying to just take a fight. The bear scouts them all out though, so no surprise attack for Bulldog. They're still going to try to go for it. Stun getting charged up by Alex, will be landing it onto Bulldog, and they might actually be able to get an entangle here and get a kill. One hit needed, if one hit entangle if you guess. No, and no, there he goes. No entangle just yet. Bulldog getting lucky once again. It's like playing Russian roulette with a bear, I guess, in a way, if you're going to be exchanging hits with a bear. TP in. It is gonna be S4 that has not used his RP just yet. I was thinking that maybe he used it and Afada got away, but nope. Loda coming in to take some farm here in the middle lane though.
Dire's middle tower is
Alex
under
guarding
attack.
it for his teammate.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And it's getting denied. Denied. Fada not died yet. He's been in 5 out of the 8 kills. Doing really well for himself. I mean, he's second highest on the net worth. And now up against Gyrocopter in the mid lane, who has actually died 3 times. With also Black not dying. I have to say, like, I say that Black not dying yet, but basically there's only been 1 death on the side of Mouse Sports in general, which is going to be the support Alchemist that we saw going down on the top lane earlier, which was still a good trade for Mouse Sports to be having.
Radiant structures are fortified.
With Black getting 2 kills for himself. This is dangerous. I mean, Morphling, he's out of favor, was out of favor because of his nerf. But it doesn't mean that he's not still a carry. I mean, he can definitely still carry. If he gets a good start, that will be all that he needs. And Mouse Sports on the right path to be forcing out a game number 3 from No Tidehunter, I feel like. No Tidehunter just trying to push a bit in the meantime. Edict helping out, level 2. Still level 4 upon Smogulik, by the way. Has to be really careful, because if that bear gets an entangle, that will be a death. As the ranged siege creep will not be able to get the tower in deny range. Actually, he will be able to get the tower in deny range, yep. There he goes. And that's gonna be maybe Aki able to get a last hit in. He's gonna try. Oh, Bulldog, entangle! The rage is there! He's gonna not be able to get away. Well, he infested. Needs an entangle, as his teammate is already going down. Entangles needed? No, and no entangles even needed. Never mind, that's a double kill for Fada. And that's gonna be a tier 1 tower going down on the other side instead. There's no towers down in general yet though. Maybe S4 can do something here in the mid lane, as he's still building towards his blink dagger. He's gonna get a TP in from the Alchemist though. He was gonna be dodging the skewer from S4. Tower goes down on the bottom lane. Bear helping out. Koifa having his bear with phase boots and a normal venom. Nothing really spectacular just yet, but doing okay overall, as the tower indeed on the bottom lane goes down. Maybe S4 can do it on the mid lane as well. It's actually gonna back off now, even though we have Leshrac hanging around there with an Invis rune. Not gonna be able to do anything. 1 edict, maybe with a creep wave, able to do it. Hold on, just harassing Black a bit, as we do have the blink dagger now up on the puck, by the way. Bit of extra mobility for Fada, as if he needed that. And there's gonna be tier 1 tower going down. Where comes the defense for Mouse Sports? Here it comes, and they actually back themselves off, and gonna be having again a tower. Maybe, no, not being put in deny range. No siege creep this time. That's gonna be good for them, because they might still be able to get that tower, as the tower actually, they stopped with denying it, so it's still up. We saw them attempting to deny it, and they stopped because they knew that there were people hanging around to get it. And maybe that's gonna be good for No Tidehunter, to get themselves that tower. I mean, they have now 2 towers that are very low on life, and no backdoor protection kinda means that that could be a kill. Entangle up on Koifa, open wounds. Here they come. Oh, entangle and snare, of course. There's another ensnare. Split Earth helping out as well. He's gonna try to TP himself out, but there will be enough damage to take him down. No, there's not! Maybe if they kill the bear, he will still go down. Actually, no, he won't, because he's in the base. He's gonna be fine. Bear's gonna be fine as well. And No Tidehunter, not even gonna try to go for the tower. Maybe now the pings come out from Bulldog. He wants that tower. He has got a rage. He can try and take it by himself, for sure. And I don't think that Alex is gonna be there fast enough.
Dire's bottom tower is
and that's gonna be a kill for another Shrek. Smogulik, like taking the tower gold. 1k gold. He got himself enough money for boots. Rejoice. Rejoice. Magnus now. S4 also being ready now, and they have a very low tower here on the top lane, by the way. And the low tower on the mid lane. Wow. Mouse Sports gonna be able to take down this one for sure before anybody gets there, even though Aki is hanging around, but not fast enough. And that is gonna be only one tier 1 tower left standing on the side of No Tidehunter, as S4 has to be really careful because he's got a hasted alchemist coming towards him, even though the haste rune is gonna run out any moment now. It's gonna be helping out. But I think that he has to give up his tower almost. I mean, the constant harassment from Black keeps coming. He just wants to really have that tower. And it looks like he's gonna go for the standard Morphling build, by the way. Just gonna go for a Lincoln Sphere. And all that jazz as the tower gets denied. So that is one deny on the side of No Tidehunter with Mouse Sports hanging around. Alex charging up the stun. It's already gonna be Smugulik that dies, with Aki just dying really fast afterwards. 2 quick kills from Mouse Sports. It's kinda, I mean, it's 1 to 12. I mean, yeah, it feels like Mouse Sports is in favor, but 1 to 12 is quite intense, quite insane, and we haven't still gotten an RP used by S4. He still has got that up his sleeve. And that's one of those abilities that you want to use to try and get kills. Now the thing is, everything can turn around real fast if they have got a good team fight, if everybody's there, and if they could get a good RP. It can be pulling even in no time, but they have to actually get that opportunity, and Mouse Sports seemingly prone on making sure that's not going to happen. I don't really blame them, of course. I mean, it wouldn't be in their favor, after all. As Black almost got himself the Lincoln Sphere ready. Kind of funny to see that that build at least is still there for the Morphling, but well, it's nice anyways. Even though what is he gonna stop? Basically lightning. Open wounds. Open wounds actually a pretty good one to stop, but he has got an escape anyways. Kind of interesting. Oh wells. Bear. The master is gonna be standing right there. They know that now. From the side. Smugulik gonna be too late. Double damage rune picked up by Koifa as well, just to deny it to No Tidehunter. And it's gonna be Bulldog still building towards his armlet. Oh wait a second, Loda, what you doing there, buddy? Wicked sick, Fada.
Is under attack.
7 for 0 for 3. He's been in 10 out of the 13 kills that his team has so far. Disruption. Gonna be helping out to create some more illusions, more heroes to take down the tower. I like this. You can make your own illusion from all illusions, because normally a Morphling is not able to steal, not able to create a replica of himself, but he can create a replica of a replica, and that's gonna be nice. But I don't think he can bait out an RP though. I think S4 is really well aware of what's going on there. But the tier 2 tower still drops. There's only 2 tier 2 towers left standing on the side of No Tidehunter, with only 1 tower still taken down on the side of Mouse Sports themselves. As if this tower is now in deny range, they can actually deny it, and that would make the denies even once again. Question is, do they want to do that, as they apparently didn't do that on the bottom lane either. But I think it would be a good choice. Smoke up, perhaps? Finally going for... Oh, hello, Alex. Bulldog running. Wants to go for that open wounds. There he goes. Facebook helping out. Chemical Rage. Is it gonna be enough for Alex? Where is the rest of Mouse Sports? We need that support. Vada is gonna fly in real soon. Here he comes. There goes Alex, still going down. The RP Shockwave not there. Well, the RP not there. Shockwave is there. There goes the score. He wants to get that RP though. Now he can do it, but now he is silenced. Dreamcoil Hippons as well. And again, he still can't get it. And there goes past the Demonic Spirit trying to help out. There is finally an RP, but it got whiffed by the face shift. Man, Fada double kill. Or monster kill rather. No double kill, even though there was still kills going on. No Tidehunter backing off with 4 of them. Fada just blinking himself in there. Couldn't get another kill anymore, and that is gonna be 2 for 1 with an RP used. But that phase shift, that clutch play phase shift was all that Fada needed. Get that. In the meantime, Rocket Barrage gonna try to do something against Koifa, who gets the Split Earth as well, but it's gonna be Leshrac that goes down first by the Bear. Entangle up on Loda as well, as Akka drops on the sidelines. Mouse Sports, they are just really dominating right now. Double kill for Koifa, and I think he's ready to be joining the big boys right now, even though his item wise, you know, with 2 gloves of haste. Because it's cool. Maybe it's gonna be 1 hand of Midas still and one Maelstrom, or at least well, some power threads for someone instead of the Tranquil Boots and Armlet. I mean, you name it. Maybe Armlet and Midas, or Armlet and Maelstrom. Anything is possible. But Mouse Sports, they are showing us something that they didn't show in game number 1. The aggression is definitely there. They took down another tier 2 tower, and this is... Or did they already take the one on the bottom? I think they already took the one on the bottom. The last one standing in the middle lane. Gold graph going towards the 12k in their favor with the experience graph. Same story for there. And this is just game 2, by the way. Game 1 was won by No Tide, so if Mousesports indeed win this game, as for now it definitely looks that way, then they will force out a game number 3, and we're gonna see who's gonna be taking this series. Who's gonna be having a Roshan being taken down by Mousesports. I don't think that No Tide Hunter can do anything against this, even though they still have that RP, or again have that RP, but they don't just right now. They don't have the levels or anything like that to take it out. And it's instantly Mousesports that goes aggressive afterwards. They smoke up. You're gonna be blinking forward, at least in Fada's case, and gonna be trying to go for something. Aki is gonna be the first one that they see right here. Here comes Black as well. And there they go. Dream call upon 2 as Bulldog. Can he do something here? So you already have Aki picked up. Smuguluk picked up. Here comes Loda. Nice RP. Golan coming down as well. 2 kills on the side of Mouz already. Or 2 deaths rather. Entangle upon Bulldog. He's gonna try to eat himself up on the bear, but is not gonna be able to do so. Goes down. As it is gonna be S4 with the Haitian running for his life. Loda already on the way out as well. Those 2 kills were the only ones they got, and with the tier 1 tower still standing on the mid lane for Mousesports, making a good TP point for Fada, who went down in that mid lane. When he only went down together with Alex, who was a support alchemist, so it isn't really that big of an issue. Buyback now also from the Lifestealer. We're gonna go for Koikva. Rocket Rise going through. Skewer misses. Koikva still on the way out. 55 HP left. Homing Missile might be doing enough damage. There's gonna be a bear chasing him down as well. If they kill the bear, he will actually die. As for realizing that, and that is gonna be a kill for S4 as Fada dodges something again. Black on the way out, morphing himself into strength, running for his life. Cooldown is gonna be at the wrong place, but that's okay. Bulldog, he has gonna open wounds again in 6 seconds, but do you really want to chase down a Morphling that can morph himself out? No, he doesn't, so he is gonna be backing off as we do see Aki still going down to a Fada, who's gonna be chased down by S4 again. As there's no RP or anything, so S4 is not even gonna try to do that. He's just gonna leave Fada where he is right now. Fada blinks forward, gonna find himself Bulldog. There's a silence. Bulldog on the way out. Dream Coil hits, and that is gonna be Bulldog. Totally armored to try to stay alive, but hello Alex, welcome to the party, Bulldog. You're gonna be able to run through that armor toggling to keep himself up, but Mousesports, they're not giving up. They're gonna go for Smogulik, who will be able to take him down. Edict not doing anything as it seems to Mousesports at all, as we still have Loda trying what he can, but it's not going to be amounting to anything. Tier 2 tower in the meantime though, still standing. And that is going to be No Tide Hunter. I mean, they've got themselves, they doubled up their kill score. Like they had 3 before and now they have 6. Yay. But they lost so much more for it. Forcing out a buyback on Fada is nice, but Fada still made sure that the harassment that he was able to throw out afterwards was still worth it. And able, of course, still to pick up Aki after he brought back as well. Because Loda is still not going to be having enough farm to really take on these team fights. I mean, the thing about a gyro is that you can just stand there and flat gun and everybody will die around you. But not really happening. Disruption going to help out Fada to stay alive for now. As the home missile is going to hit, TPs are going to be getting cancelled. Or at least Fada blinked himself out. So tower will probably still go down unless Black gets his way and denies it instead. Cooldown gonna come down. Nice deny for Black. Cooldown hits on Black, but I don't think he's too worried. Pops his man style because he has that one. Stun up on Bulldog. No rage because he went on a cooldown. Nice RP. Hits up on 2 and the bear. Shockwave and Splitter is going through. Is there enough damage is the question. It is Lifestealer instead that goes down. Entangle up on Loda as he drops real fast. Double kill for Black and Alex running away. No, it's just going on Aki as we have a triple kill for Morphling on the back end of things. And he wants to go for Aki as well by the looks of it. Orb is gonna fly through. There is no Nature's attendance anymore. Run for your life, Aki. I'm not sure if it's gonna be working out. No, it's not. And the GG's get cold because No Tide Hunter not able to withstand this kind of aggression from Mousesports. They go to game number 3. Because this is the best out of 3 for the Ritmix Russian Dota 2 League. And game number 1 won by No Tide Hunter convincingly. Game number 2 definitely convincing for Mousesports. Anybody who says anything otherwise, you know, not true. But let's see who's going to be taking game number 3 to decide which one is going to go through and which one is going to be dropping out, because this is a losers bracket match, so you only have this is the last year. This is already the second chance that they get, so they only have one more chance to keep themselves into this competition, which is going to be ending, by the way, on Sunday. So there's still a lot of more matches to play, a lot of good best out of 3, so make sure you check in when the next games are. So far, there's only one extra game planned for now. It's Empire vs Dignitas, which will happen today at 18:30. And yeah, stick around for game number 3. If you want to support me, go to SheeverGaming.com. Find yourself all the matches of today and tomorrow. You can find where you can follow me on Twitter and YouTube and on Facebook. And of course, you can find all the VODs of all the games, not just for my games that I cast, but for all the casters. Anyways, let's just jump ourselves out of this match and see who's going to be taking game 3. Stick around.